call this Sangguniang Panlungsod regular session for the month of October 7.
Yes, then I have a few uses
This moved by Councilor. Narinig ba ako dito sa patient ko? Parang yun. This is moved by Councilor Trino Doc. This is seconded by Councilor Apple Bakay. That we dispense item number 2 and item number 3 to extend our session today. Any objection? Hearing none, the said two items are dispensed. Madam Secretary, Mr. Dr.
The Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor si Anton Perez.
Present.
The Presiding Officer Pro Tempore, Councilor Apolonio G. Bakay. Present. The Majority Floor Leader, Councilor Cirilo Tirado. The Minority Floor Leader, Councilor Oscar A. Bulin. Councilor Caroline D. Season. Councilor Michelle S. Segundera. Councilor Rosilito O. Conterera. Councilor Berna S. De Rabago. Councilor Robert Iranoy. Councilor Dalia M. De Leon. Councilor Alfred Felix E. De Castro. Institution members, Liga ng mga Barangay President Raul B. Bakay, and Panlungsod na Federasyon ng Sangguniang Kabataan President Robert D. Bernabe. Well, members of this August body respond to the call.
All members respond to the call and now certify the presence of quorum. You may have a constitution business. Approval of the agenda.
Chair, I move that the agenda of the session be approved of two and assign request for execution of
This is moved by Councilor Alex Castro. Any second? Second by Councilor Dapat and Councilor De Leon. Okay. So, seconded by Councilor Dapat and Councilor De Leon. Before we proceed, Councilor Season. To former Pulong Barangay. Okay. Any other unassigned businesses? So before we proceed, the chair. Before we proceed, the chair would like to request the August body and everyone in this room to offer a minute of silence to the late Rolando O. Bakay, the father of our ABC Pulong Barangay, and former Pulong Barangay Enrique Plaza. Neither social entities. So we have a bending motion, seconded by Councilor Rapper by Councilor De Leon. Any other unassigned businesses? Wala na po. So the agenda is approved with 4 unassigned businesses. So next item na
Adoption of the journals and minutes of the Sangguniang Panlungsod regular session held on September 22, 2020 and September 29, 2020.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move for the adoption of the journals and minutes of the SC regular sessions held on September 22, 2020 and September 29, 2020.
Any second? Moved by Councilor Perez, second by Councilor Abubakar for the adoption of the said journals and minutes. Any objection? Amendment, discussion, hearing none, the said journal and minutes are hereby adopted. Privilege hour. Councilor Locke.
So, alam namin sa atin na alam dito na may mga conservative skill dito sa may dito sa street. So, may tapat na dito na tuwing naghahapas na sila ng pagbuhay dyan. Nakakaroon sila ng matatangak mo. Nakakaroon daw palagi. Araw-araw yata. Hindi isa sa karamihan. Siguro, magsuwa rin sumakal sa community. Appropriate action. Kung hindi, makapili na walang kaya, no? Sige, sabi so, sila, ganyan eh. Nagtira doon tayo yung
Every day walk. So, let us refer this to the committee chairperson. Sino bang ano natin?
Councilor Anton, sir. Yeah.
Health na lang. Health and environment. Environment ba
Kasi
siya?
ang mission ko lang.
Okay, ako na lang. Sige, tayo na lang. So, do you want them to be called here or tawagan na lang? Sige. Ano kung gusto po natin, Councilor Anton? Imbitahan na lang natin. Okay. Sige. So, the chair on health. Tuesday na lang. Thursday na lang. Okay po. Definitely. So, we'd like to request the presence of our representative of the City Health Office and the GSO to agree the concern regarding the garbage collection in the City of Alaminos. Ngayon na po. Okay. Ngayon na kaya?
You invite people sa mga concert
Okay. Yung mga complainants. Okay. Yeah. So, siguro, we also invite yung mga nagre-request or para magko-complain regarding the center. Okay. On set mo this week or hindi, kung kasama yung iba, pwede yung this week kung gusto mo. Thursday or Friday, ano kung gusto mo?
Friday.
Pwede ka Friday? Pwede ka. Pwede naman. Busy ka na. 12. Okay. Ano oras po? Okay, 9 o'clock, Monday, October 12, Monday, 9 o'clock in the morning. So, Madam Secretary, can we invite our City Health Officer and our GSO head or and the people concerned regarding collection of garbage here in the city of Alaminos. And of course, the people concerned yung mga nakatira malapit sa tabi ng NEPO. Any other privilege speeches? Any other concerns po sa ating mga kasama? Wala na. Okay. Gusto mo ng Secretary?
We'll proceed to the reference of business. On the proposed ordinance for first reading, we have the proposed ordinance establishing testing services for COVID-19 real-time polymerase chain reaction or RT-PCR of the local government unit, Alaminos City, Pangasinan.
So, this ordinance, I want to author because of numerous requests from business owners or people that require such testing, maybe rapid, antigen, or PCR. Maybe for work purposes or clearances purposes here in our city and whatever location they are. So, I'm proposing this ordinance and maybe referring it to the said committee to tackle this matter. Or sa inyo lang, agawan, para ano? Kasi pwedeng mag-income rin tayo dito eh. Ang naisip ko. Anong...
Di ba po may kakain sa Red Cross?
Opo.
Hindi kaya ito nag-ante ng 5 million.
Yes po.
Sila na kayang nasipos nila.
Ano po?
Dapat mga 1,200.
Ano nga tayo? Parang 3.5. 3.5. Pack na tayo. 1.4? 1.4 lang. So, ito po, ang purpose po nito ay hindi po natin bibigay ng libre. Parang ang LGU lang yung magpopondo. Bibili tayo ng testing and then we will parang sell it to yung mga gusto magpa-test. So, accepted dito yung mga LSI, accepted dito yung mga required ipa-test. Ito yung mga required sa mga clearances lang nila. Anyway, it's a proposed ordinance na we can maybe tackle with the people concerned. Isa yun agad. Schedule na lang natin ng ano, pinag-hearing. Sabay natin sa Lunes. Sige. 10:30. Okay. So, Councilor Abubahay, the chairman ng Health, schedule sa committee hearing on Monday, October 12, 10 o'clock in the morning. Next item.
For invitees po. Sino yung invitees?
We will invite the city health officer, local finance, siguro. Kasi, and the person who purchases yung mga testing na city. Kung GSO, I think GSO na purchase yun. Ulit po. Next item.
Represent the proposed resolution. The first item is the request for a resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian Celeste to enter into a memorandum of agreement by and between the local government unit Alaminos City, Pangasinan and the Philippine Statistics Authority to facilitate the implementation of the Philippine Identification System or the PhilSys for the establishment of a single national identification system that targets to register all Filipinos and resident aliens of the Republic of the Philippines.
Diretso mo naman.
And number 2 is a request for a resolution approving adopting the 2021 Local Climate Change Action Plan of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan. And item number 3 is a request for a resolution approving and adopting the 2021 Disaster Risk Reduction Management Plan amounting to 35,831,101 pesos of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan. And lastly, the request for resolution confirming and approving in toto the proposed annual investment program calendar year 2021 of the City of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
So, any motion?
Do we have,
Yes, sir.
justice, I move that we suspend our internal work.
Moved by Councilor Rox, seconded by Councilor Danoy for the suspension of the rules of the Madam Secretary, can you acknowledge our guests for item number 1?
For item number 1, we have our city local civil registrar, Ma'am Lovely Timiles, Ms. Maricar Adlineng, Sir Carl Ivan Timineses from the Philippine Statistics Authority, Ma'am Alexa Jinsi Kawili, also from the Philippine Statistics Authority, and Sir Alvin C. Miranda, also from Philippine Statistics Authority.
Magandang umaga po, sir. Sino po mag-represent po? May mic po, sir. Saan dito?
Good afternoon. Ang mag-represent na lang po ang mga representative natin from here.
Sige po. Magandang hapon po, sir. Maybe you could give us a brief background regarding this project.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Hirap, no? Magaling mo lang, sir. Hirap eh.
Republic Act number 11055 or RA 11055 created the Philippine Identification System or PhilSys for the establishment of a single national identification system to register all Filipinos and resident aliens to the Republic of the Philippines. Section 15 of the Implementing Rules and Regulations or the IRR of RA 1155 vested PSA the primary implementation of PhilSys and empowered it to collaborate with local government units, other government agencies, and government-owned or controlled corporations, GOCCs, to ensure the registration and enrollment of all citizens and resident aliens in the PhilSys, including the indigenous cultural communities, indigenous peoples, and those located in remote localities. Whereas the PhilSys Policy Coordinating Council, the duly mandated governing body, organized to formulate policies and guidelines to ensure effective coordination and implementation of PhilSys, and its resolution number 13, dated June 9, 2020, recognizes the need for the LGU's assistance in implementing the National Identification System because of their familiarity with the conditions peculiar within their respective territorial jurisdictions and capacity in mobilizing their constituents. Whereas the Department of Interior and Local Government, or DILG, in its Memorandum Circular number 2020-99, dated July 15, 2020, enjoined all LGUs and regional DILG offices to provide assistance in the implementation of PhilSys registration operations in their respective localities. So to make it short, ladies and gentlemen, we are asking the LGU of Alaminos to help us conduct this project. On October 12 po, sa Monday po, we will be starting our pre-registration for the low-income household heads, and on November 25, yun po yung registration proper na gaganapin po dito sa City Hall premises po.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the body? Ma'am Lovely, do you have a draft of the MOA? Okay. Do we have the responsibilities of the LGU?
Sir, na-forward na po dito yung endorsement na po ang ating city mayor at Brian Secretary.
To our secretariat, meron po ba tayo? Any questions po? So basically, we will be getting the information of our constituents, then apply it to this national ID system. Yes, that's it lang po. Have you been coordinating with our civil registry and our city union?
Yes sir, na-coordinate po kami last July, if I'm not mistaken sir.
Any questions po from the... wala po kasi yung po eh. Councilor Jason?
Wala pa yung MOA. Paano po yung process? Pupunta yung mga nasa barangay dito sa bayan para mag-apply?
During pre-registration ma'am, on October kami, start po by Monday ma'am. Meron po ma-deploy dito na from PhilSys, Pangasinan ma'am, which is headed po ni Sir Carl Ivan Meneses, and tatlo pong registration officer 1. So may process po nun is magka-house to house po sila ma'am. Yes po. Sila na po yung bahala na mag-input ng mga data na iproprovide na ibibigay ni registrant, ma'am. And then po yung pagpunta po nila dito sa municipal space provided by the City Hall para po sa registration is yun po yung complete pakuha ng mga information sa kanila po. So yung mga i-register po namin on October 12 is i-register po fully on November 25. Start po November 25. Yung bakang ikot po ma'am is yung sa census po. So ito po yung sa PhilSys. Yes ma'am. Yes.
So baka pwede mag-coordinate with the punong barangays? Will you be coordinating with the punong barangays?
Yes po. We would like to ask coordination with the punong barangays po para po mabigyan ng assistance yung mga field employees para po pag nag-conduct po sila ng house-to-house pre-registration on October 12 and onwards po is ma-assist po sila regarding po para po sa safety and security ng business employees.
Mga ilan ba kayo?
Sa Alaminos po, nabigay po ng isang registration officer, 2 each supervisor, and 3 registration officer, 1 po na mag-house-to-house.
Wow, sila. Okay. Any questions po about Councilor Roldan?
Hindi po kayo sa family meeting namin sa October 8, 10 o'clock, so hindi namin yung mga barangay office para mag-registration programa ito para kami yung mga barangay office. Kasi natatapos lang yung invest na yung CST, baka yung iba na naman yung sabi na naman yung mga barangay dito.
On October 8. So, ang pauputay na po namin is yung reply po dito, Sir, si Sir Carl Ivan. So, order ka lang po mamaya na. Thank you.
Any other questions? We're waiting for the memorandum of agreement. Ma'am Love, did you go through the MOA? Baka pwede kayo na lang magsabi nun. Meron ba tayong mga responsibility? May budget ba ito?
Sir, ang mga sir, ang mga na-request ko pag doon, assistance po pag pupunta sila sa barangay. Assist in the provincial, municipal level planning by providing the PSA with a list of city, municipality, barangay, indicating the corresponding health and or security risk, sir. At least may mag-assist po sa kanila. If any, by providing information on corresponding health and security emergency protocol within their jurisdiction. And then, coordinate for the briefing and discussion of PLC's operations to be performed, as well as the logistical requirements thereof. Provide that.
Wala naman big thing na
Sir, yung,
responsibility.
opo, yung mga isa pa po yung sa place po ng kanilang registration. Yung sa, binigay po natin, nung nakipag-usap po kami sa city administrator at saka yung Mayor Live, ako lang po binigay sa kanila, nung first na meeting natin, diyan po sana sa baba ng DSWD with the senior citizen na office po. Pero noong meron na pong MOA, nag-specify po kasi sila ng sa registration center which could accommodate yung 78 na daily po nyo na ilan po yung 38 na ma-accommodate. So, nalipat po namin sila since tapos na po yung sa PSA din na population sense, yung CAPSEN, yung census to population, sila na naman po magre-replace doon po sa right wing ng left po ng convention center, sir. Tapos, sa garbage collection din po yung mga ilan na nandito po sa hinihingi ng PSA po. Kung gusto mga
Any other questions from the body? Kung sabi po, sir, baka may question po sa video before we proceed. Ayan po.
So, with regards po dun sa Philippines for Logo Launch on Monday, this is po pre-registration pa lang naman po because they pre-selected list po. So, in your city, which I'm very proud naman po to share, mas madami naman po pre-register dito compared sa Sangguniang City. Kasi tayo din tayo na pre-registration officers. Equivalent din sa pre-registration officers sa iba less. So, we do look forward then bilang ng mga barangay para mas ma-explain po yung mechanism. Kasi po, may pre-selected list lang po nakahanapin. But by next year po, mas ma-explain na po na.
Para sampling mo.
Opo, para sa na.
Okay. Test run po. Pilot.
Yes po.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. Si Mama, may gusto akong sabihin. Councilor Dalidrio, last question.
Sa anong age po? Ilang taon po ang pwedeng mag-register po dito? Ilan po?
Ma'am, yung list po is pre-selected po by DSWD from listahan ng fee. So, Mostly 18 and above po yung register po. Okay, and
Clarification lang din, ma'am. Yung sa age po, ma'am, is kahit baby po. Pero this year po kasi may priorities po na po yung government. Bali yung mga household heads po muna this year. Pero sa next year, ma'am, yung sa succeeding year po, pwede po muna para. Below 5 or
Okay, with that, maraming salamat sa pagpunta. Thank you po. Looking forward to be working with you guys. So we now proceed to item number 2 and 3. Madam Secretary, kindly acknowledge our guest.
For items number 2 and number 3, we have our City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Officer, Madam Marlene O. Manalasan.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat.
So, nandito po yung ating local climate change action plan and our approval and adopting of the 2021 local disaster reduction management plan amounting to 35,831,101 pesos. So, meron ba tayong malalaking differences compared to last year po?
Basically po, doon po sa ating LCCAP, status po ang ginawa namin since dahil sa ating pandemic, hindi natin lubusan na implement ang ating mga programa. So, we decided po with the CDR Council na dahil status po yung ating LCCAP. Doon naman po sa ating 2021 CDR and budget, may mga dinagdag lang po tayo. Basically, ganito rin po yung this year. May mga dinagdag lang po tayong equipment, bagong equipment at yung mga program po natin for COVID. Yun po. Maliit lang din po ang naidagdag po sa budget natin. More or less mga 400,000 from last year, from this year. So this year we have 35,831,101. Which will be divided into 4 thematic areas. Yun po yung dalawang, 70% po is the disaster prevention and mitigation programs amounting to 10,281,770.70 pesos. Disaster preparedness 30,000. Disaster recovery and rehabilitation 2,360,000. And yung ating pong URF, yung ating quick response fund na 10 million is the 30% po ng ating budget. Yung 10,749,330.30.
Okay, any questions from the body? Na-integrate ba dito? Let's say, kahalin ko lang last week. Meron ba tayong parang something na parang to be allocate fund also na ma-check po yung mga old buildings dito kung sila ba ay earthquake ready? Meron po ba tayo?
Yearly po, nakalagay po nila sa aming infrastructure project po yung ating development. And then po yung specific and detail ng ating mga major infrastructure buildings. This year po, nag-start po ang ating, meron po tayong task force na create para po i-audit po lahat ng ating mga infrastructure.
Okay. Hindi ko natin ginagawa yan. Compliant, ngayon, compliant naman po.
Compliant naman po based on sa recommendations and findings po ng task force together with yung ating committee.
Okay. Any other questions? So, wala na. Thank you very much. Okay. Ay, ma'am, sorry. Bago kayo umalis, yung tanong kanina ni Councilor Gadok, yung with regard to sa Red Cross tie-up natin. Do you have an idea kung magkano na ba yung consumo namin ng 5 million? Or yung 1,400 pesos?
Dapat na parang nasa 300 to 400 parang po yung nakakonsumpo natin.
Okay. So, any questions regarding COVID or emergency responses. Okay, wala, Councilor Dalit na.
Ito po ay hindi question. Gusto ko lang pong magpasalamat kay Mama Lynn. Doon sa Secret Department, kay Mayor Brian, kay Dr. Dana, kapitan ng barangay ko. Kasi yung last week ko ay tumugod po ako sa airport. Kasi po, yung kapatid ko ay nakauwi dahil po nag-close siya doon. So wala pa akong dalang armas. Kumbaga tumugod ako sa gera, wala akong dalang armas kahit isa, yung travel authority lang. And on the spot po, inarapan po ako ng mga dami-dami requirement. So nandito ko, tawagan si Ma'am Aileen, si Mayor, kasi po si Ma'am Admin, si Dr. Dana, nagbigay po sila ng certification sa akin. So since yung kapatid ko is paralyzed po yung kalahati ng katawan, ay dapat kahit na ganun pala, kailangan i-quarantine pa talaga. So, nagawa namin ng paraan kasi humingi po ako sa kanila ng certification, sinunod po through messenger, nagawa ng paraan ay uwi po dito sa Alamino that time. So, maraming salamat sa kanila. Isang tawag lang po natin sa CDR, kay Ma'am Maylin, sa lahat ng mga departments natin. Maraming salamat. Thank you, Ma'am.
Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you po sa patuloy niyong servisyo po sa ating lungsod. Asa na yung pasalubong namin? Kasi Dalia.
Wala na, pasalubong ko kasi.
Wala. Our next item. Our next item, Madam Secretary.
For the resolution confirming approving in toto the proposed annual investment program for calendar year 2021, we have Sir Engineer Eduardo A. Garcia, our City Planning and Development Coordinator.
Magandang hapon po, Engineer.
Consists of programs, activities, and activities funded by the state government fund, the 5% figure fund, the 1% children's welfare fund, the GAD program project and activities, the special purpose of operation, and the social services, maintenance operation, etc. And the 20% development fund amounts to pay 163,153,443, wherein in the social services sector, there are 3 programs amounting to 23 million. And on the economic sector services, amounting to 19,153,000 and 1,200 for 1 million, amounting to 2 million. The bulk of the economic services sector on the Presiding Officer fund will go to the loan mobilization fund, amounting to 43,764,600. The 5% development fund amounting to 31,131,000. That's estimated to be discussed by our CDR officer, my name. And the 1% programs for the protection of children amounting to 6,159,000. It consists of the protection of rights of children, namely the survival rights, developmental rights, action rights, participation rights, and governance. On the 5% gender and development fund, for all government offices, we do allow 5% gap in our budget. By the way, the city is using the attribution to meet the 5% gap. And on the special court of occupation, amounting to 70 million and 104,000. Overall, the total application of the under-development program amounts to 716,621,000. The fees enrolled and PPE represent 61.96% of the total amount, or 444 billion 7,343, while the funds allocated to the grants and projects programs and activities represent 13.04%, or 472 million. The EIP was unanimously approved to be endorsed to this August body for final approval, as manifested in the resolution of the as a result of the meeting held last September 2022.
Any questions on the body? Sir, may tanong lang ako. Yung technical, yung pinisan kay Miles, integrated rin dito si Henderson.
Yes, sir.
Required lang sila magpasa ng parang plan, separate plan nila.
Yes, sir. It's a requirement by the DI.
Okay, so it's the same. It's the same.
We have to adapt that.
Sa AI
We
ka
have to incorporate in our.
Okay. My next question is here, regarding funded under special purpose appropriation. So I see that we are investing on, let's say, Kasalang Bayan, 1.5 million, Sangguniang Bayan, 339,900 pesos, local sports fund, 4 million, etc. So, ano bang naging kahit na ito po yung situation natin, we still plan to pursue this program?
May tinatawag silang continuity of service. So that's why kahit ano mo yung sitwasyon natin, tuloy pa rin tayo ng new services.
Okay. So we still so for next year, yung thrust natin will just continue lang.
Yes, actually yung budget natin for next year is the same. That's because hindi naman tumaas yung local source natin because of the pandemic. Although tumaas yung pera natin, parehas pa rin.
So ang nakita ko mga iba dito is yung creation of satellite market, worth 15 million. And can you also makikwento na rin po sa body kung ano po yung, let's say, ang mga top 2 or 3, top 2-3 projects maybe na gusto i-prioritize ng ating Global Development Council. Alam ko isa ito yung construction of satellite office, satellite market sa bawat
Rationally behind the construction of satellite market at what the current plan is that we the chief major for the administration wanted to congest the traffic and congestion with investment and wanted to develop this first development in other areas so that hindi lang concentrated in the south. And then with the establishment of public market alone, magkakaroon po ng oportunidad yung mga local farmers na mas mapoponte yung pumasahin sila, nag-gain yung mga produkto nila sa market, even na mas maikli yung business travel. At the same time, magbibigyan din ng oportunidad yung katagaroon na tumasok ang tataas yung wealth doon. So, we bring
The product closer to the people. So, any questions pa po? So, napansin ko dito, hindi ko mahanap yung last year kasi, nasa AIP natin na i-renovate natin yung illegal production.
sir,
Tuloy ba? Sorry.
Nandun pa rin sa EIP 2024 yung
Pero for 2021, wala na.
kaya rin yun, sir. Hindi po yung
Okay.
hindi basta pwedeng ginagalaw yun kung walang PI. So, kung hindi na implement ngayon yun,
Continuing.
continuing, sir.
Ganun ba?
Doon pa rin yung impact.
Okay. Unless i-align mo to other...
Of course, sir. Kung i-rely, with your concept.
Okay. Any other questions? Kung wala na, thank you very much, Engineer Garcia, for gracing us with his presence. Salamat po.
Meron pa rin, sir, tuloy. Pagka-AI, tuloy. Tuloy, pag 20% din na sa interest, rest.
Reverse sila.
Pero kailangan mag-start yung zero dito. Kailangan mag-start yung zero dito. Saan kasama mo siya? Kasi nga, yun yung ginamit natin. Pero kung hindi mami, kaya hindi siya magawa. Yung mag-report yun sa kaya pa natin siya. Na nag-identify tayo pa. Hindi natin dito. Mag-report sa pero, yun na, for 2021, do we need to allow it again? Not kasi talos yun, automatic. Kasi, identify na yung budget yun na appropriated na yun. Only that, hindi na yun implement. Kung anong rason, hindi natin alam. Pero, hindi mawawala po ng pondo sir. Hindi, sir, ito naman inaano yung mawawala yung pondo. Hindi ko lang yung, if we pass this year na hindi natin na-implement, do we have to put it in our AIP again for 2021? No, sir. No, no. Continuing siya kasi very much.
So, may guest pa tayo. Wala na. So, what is, we will now make the suspension of the rules. So, what is the pleasure of the body regarding item number 1 till 6? Public use. Regarding the leader. So, it's been moved by count 1 to up to 4. It's been moved by Councilors Ringo to include items number 1, 2, and 3, and 4 in addition to the date for deliberation. Any second? Seconded by Councilor De Leon and Councilor Bowling and Councilor Rabago. Any objection? Seeing none, the said items, said 4 items are included in addition to the date for deliberation. Next item, ano Secretary?
We proceed to unassigned business. The first is a request for a resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian to donate 14 units of Pandoria, 7 Octavinas, 4 guitars, 1 Bajo de Lunas, to the Victoria Elementary School in relation to the implementation of Kantaninting, musical repertoire, training workshop on choral and pangapisan, folk song singing and Rondalia music, a project in partnership with the National Commission for Culture and the Arts. And the resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Brian Sideste to enter into memorandum of understanding by and among the local government unit of Alamino City, Pangasinan, Victoria Elementary School and Cayucay National High School for the implementation of the Kantaninting, a musical repertoire training workshop on choral and pangatisan folk songs, singing, and Mondalia music. And also the resolution, sponsor of the Mangkaro, the resolution extending the profound sympathy of the people of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan, headed by the city officials and employees of the local government unit, Alaminos City, to the family and friends of our Liga ng mga Barangay President, Raul D. Bacay, on the passing away of his father, Sir Rolando O. Bacay, and also a resolution extending the same profound sympathy to the family and friends of the late former punong barangay in the late Biason Sr. for his untimely demise.
Any motion? It's moved by Councilor Anton, seconded by Councilor De Leon, Lanoy, Ababakay, Season, and Bernabé for the set 4 items of this today for the meeting. Next item.
We will proceed to the committee report. The first item is a joint committee report from the dialogue held of September 18 regarding the presence of structure or gate at the Solvit zone adjoining the property of Mr. Greg Lacuata.
The dialogue was conducted by September 18, 2020.
Also present for the representatives from the DNR, Tourism, Punong Barangay of Mandan and Tepan, the Fisher Folks Association members of Mandan, and the representative from Bolivar. The dialogue was held in response to a request received by the Sangguniang regarding the presence of structure gate to salvage zone adjoining the property of Mr. Lacuata. This committee has stressed and recalled that during the previous committee hearing, where Mr. Lacuata had requested this body for the issuance of a resolution endorsing his application for a short lease agreement, the latter has promised this committee that he will not put fence on his property. Mr. Lacuata showed to the committee copies of certifications issued by the Punong Barangay of Mandan, DPWH, assessor, and DNR officers, certifying that no barangay road has existed in his property. However, as years passed and with the huge development made on his property, he opened a temporary road on his land where residents of Maricag has been passing. Mr. Lacuata has stressed that his purpose in constructing the said gate adjoining his property is to prevent the possible occurrence of accidents of people traversing his property. Mr. Marlo Tito from the DNR manifested that the previous survey made on the subject property has fluctuated. For this reason, the committee through Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro has suggested that there is a need to conduct another survey on the same property. The latter also reiterated that while respecting the right of Mr. Lacuata over the property, the city is also duty bound to look for the needs of its constituents. The committee proposed the hiring of private surveyors to be chosen by the parties to undertake the re-survey of which both parties agreed, and to furnish this committee with the names of surveyors of their own choosing 5 days after its dialogue. So you will say your findings. The committee hereby moves for the adoption of this committee report and furnish this body with names of private surveyors within 5 days from the conduct of the hearing. Mr. Chair, and makapag-comply naman po yung group that pass po sila ng manifestation. Ang sinabitan ni Engineer Jeffrey Calano as yung dynamic engineer po ng Manifest Association.
Okay, so what will we do with this? Is it already resolved? Survey pa lang. So archive mo na natin. Or do you? Chair will recommend recess. Off the record lang. Off the record.
Yes. Councilor
Off the record.
But before we proceed, can we go back with the slide?
objection on the committee report, particularly on paragraph 5, that the word subject property be corrected to foreshore land. Manifested that the previous survey made on the foreshore land has fluctuated. For this reason, that the committee through the council is going to conduct another survey on the foreshore land and salvage zone on the next sentence. Yes. It should be read as Mr. Manlotinko from the DNR manifested that the previous survey made on the subject property has fluctuated. That the subject property be changed to foreshore land. It should be read as Mr. Manlotinko from the DNR manifested that the previous survey made on the foreshore land has fluctuated. Period. For this reason, the committee, through Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro, has suggested that there is a need to conduct another survey on the same property. The same property be changed to foreshore land and salvage zone. So the second sentence should read as, for this reason, comma, the committee, through Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro, I am mesmerized by reading my name, has suggested that there is a need to conduct another survey on the foreshore land and salvage zone. Period.
How about the last sentence? Is it okay already? The latter also indicated that while respecting the right of Mr. Lakota over the property, the city is as duty bound to look for the
That's not really stated in the remain.
So, just want to clarify, the first sentence, are you only changing the subject property to foreshore land?
Yes.
Salvage zone, di na.
Hindi. No,
Okay.
second sentence.
Okay, okay. Please take note, Madam Secretary.
But do not remove my name, Mr. Secretary.
Shall we include the handsome,
Good looking.
looking, or we should ask the engineer to survey that also, maybe.
I think it speaks for itself.
Shall we put it all caps?
It states there, res ipso loquitur. The thing speaks for itself.
Okay na? So, any other councilor reason? Chairperson of Tourism? Any motion? Any other amendments? Wala na yung... So,
Ito na po resolution, Mr. Chair, resolution requesting the DFR to direct engineer Perez, together with private surveyor engineer Perez, joint relocation survey regarding the project.
foreshore land. And salvage zone.
Yes, that's
Okay. Okay, so Councilor Season moves for the adoption of this committee report, including the amendments of Councilor De Castro, and the subcommittee would like to file a resolution to include in the business of the day to request the DNR to direct, is that okay? Direct the certain two engineers to survey the foreshore land and the salvage zone of the said area. So, any objection? Hearing none, the said committee report is hereby adopted and the resolution requested DNR is included in the business of the day for deliberation. Next item.
Joint Committee report from the hearing held on September 18 regarding the proposed ordinance adopting the new normal to prevent and control COVID-19.
Sino ito? Councilor Apple.
The hearing was conducted on September 18, 2020. Present were Councilor Karen Season, Councilor Alfred Felix de Castro, and representatives from the DFR office and the municipal committee. The committee to concern attendees and numbered memorandum from the aggregated dated 23/6/20, entitled Enactment and/or Amendment of existing local ordinance to improve the penal provisions, to strengthen the implementation of quality and health safety standards protocols contained COVID-19. The DOH has furnished this committee a template of a reviewing ordinance integrating interventions during the new normal for possible adoption and implementation of the DOH ordinance. The committee has informed concerned officers to make suggestions so that the same will be incorporated in the draft and which will be included as subject matters during the next committee meeting. So in view of the above stated findings, the committee has been moved for the adoption of the committee report and the proposed measure be temporarily archived, Mr. Chair, in the eyes of following draft.
Maghihiling ba? Hindi pa muna. Ayusin muna. Okay. Councilor Apple Bakay, the Chairperson on Health, moves for the adoption of committee report and moves to archive the said measure pending the draft of that ordinance. Any objection? Hearing none, the said ordinance, the said committee report is hereby adopted and said ordinance is temporarily archived pending the draft of the said ordinance. Next item.
Rules and Laws Committee report from the hearing held on October 2nd regarding administrative case number 2020-02 entitled Jerry I. Ikapin et al. Versus Punong Barangay Timoteo T. Hiron et al. For violation of Republic Act 11469, dishonesty and betrayal of public trust, abuse of authority, and neglect of duty.
Yes, Mr. Chair, prior to the scheduled committee hearing on October 2, 2020, Attorney Philip Umilde entered disappearance as counsel for Punong Barangay Timoteo T. Hiron and prayed for a postponement, preferably on October 9, 2020 at 10 o'clock in the morning. With the motion having been filed in good faith and with merit, the chairman of the committee made an order postponing and setting the committee hearing, initial hearing, on October 9 at 10 o'clock in the morning. The chairman moves for the adoption of the said report on the matter.
Moved by Councilor De Castro that committee report is hereby adopted and said hearing is reset on October 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Next item.
Now proceed to the business of the day. The first item is the resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Barnes Silvestre to enter into a memorandum of agreement one between the local government unit of Amigo City, Pangasinan and the Philippine Charity Sweep Office for Lotto and Small Town Lottery shares from the Charity Fund and Calamity Assistance Fund, and further authorizing City Treasurer Mrs. Shirley R. De La Cruz and Assistant City Treasurer Mr. Orlando Tiaglibo to open a special account at the Land Bank of the Philippines for this purpose.
Motion. That's all for yung dati. Questions namin dati. May questions natin? May STL ba tayo dito? Ha? May naging ano?
Si Ma'am City Treasurer, sir, ang
Oh.
naging resource. Last week.
Wala ata, binasa lang ata natin. Kasi late dumating yung paper. Any other comments regarding said resolution? Okay na wala ata po. Creation lang naman ang ano. So, my only request is maybe we put in the resolution that the city treasurer should furnish the Sangguniang Panlungsod a quarterly report of the related percentage and where we allot the said expenses. Accounting. Sa accounting. Kaya accounting pala. Accounting. So, quarterly na. Okay na po? Quarterly. So, it has been moved by Councilor Cirilo. The top any second po. Seconded by Councilor Bakay, Councilor Cirilo, Councilor Apple Bakay for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Including the clause that the city accountant and city treasurer should furnish a copy quarterly of the accounting of the in and out of the said account. Next item.
Resolution Review of Barangay Ordinance Number 2020-01 of Barangay Tangkarang entitled Enacting Barangay Tax Ordinance Number 01 Series 2020 of Barangay Tangkarang.
Councilor De Castro.
Mr. Chair, with respect to the Barangay Ordinance Number 2020-01 of Barangay Tangkarang entitled Enacting Barangay Tax Ordinance Number 01 Series of 2020 of Barangay Tangkarang, the correction of the first submitted ordinance was submitted last during the said hearing, and that the committee finds Barangay Ordinance Number 2020-01 of Barangay Tangkarang entitled Enacting Barangay Tax Ordinance Number 01 Series of 2020 of Barangay Tangkarang having been passed within the conferred power of the said barangay under the local government code. And with that, the committee moves for the adoption of the said committee report that the said barangay ordinance is within the conferred power of the said barangay.
It's been moved by Councilor De Castro. Any second? Second by Councilor Lago, Councilor Apple Bakay, Councilor Ganoy, Councilor Dapagoy, Councilor Bakay for the resolution of adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
May proceed the new business. The first item is the second reading of the proposed ordinance, an ordinance providing benefits to barangay officials and other barangay workers, providing funds therefore and for other purposes.
It's been moved by Councilor Raul Bakay to defer the said ordinance for 3 weeks na now to include all the suggestions of the current time. Next item.
Second reading of the proposed ordinance, anti-spitting ordinance in the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan.
Councilor Apple Bakay. Moved by Councilor Apple Bakay, and second by Councilor Season, Councilor Gilel, Councilor Gilel, to handle the said ordinance to third time reading our next regular session. Any objection? Hearing none, the said ordinance is calendared for third time reading our next regular session. Next item.
Second reading of the proposed ordinance amending ordinance number 2005-22, entitled An Ordinance Adopting a Comprehensive Transportation and Traffic Regulations for the Administration and Enforcement, providing penalties for violation thereof, and for the repeal of all ordinances in conflict therewith and providing for other purposes.
It's been moved by Councilor Raul Bakay to defer the said ordinance 2 weeks from now. So ordered. Next item.
Resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Bright Celeste to enter into memorandum of agreement by and between the local government unit of Alaminos City, Pangasinan and the Philippine Statistics Authority to facilitate the implementation of the Philippine Identification System or PIRSIS for the establishment of a single national identification system that targets to register all Filipinos and visited aliens of the Republic of the Philippines.
The motion?
Yes, Mr. Chair, if you don't know my comments on the matter, Mr. Chair, I move for selection.
Moved by Councilor Cirilo Doc, second by, second, Councilor Danny De Leon, Councilor Benalabalo, and Councilor Tison for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Seeing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Regarding the CDRRM plan and the budget, with respect to our committee chairperson, shall we defer it to our next regular session? So that's it.
Yes, I want that the topic shall be deferred to our next session.
It's been moved by Councilor Cirilo Doc, and second, seconded by Councilor Danny De Leon, to defer the said items, item number 2 and item number 3 on the proposed resolutions to our next regular session, with respect to the absence of our committee chairperson. Itong next natin, yung AIP, defer rin muna natin. Masyadong hindi ko pa nabasa lahat.
Mr. Chair, the proposed resolution confirming our next session.
It's been moved by Councilor Cirilo Doc. Any second? Second by Councilor Sison, Councilor Leon, Councilor Lanoy, to defer the said AIP 2021 in our next regular session. Regarding po dito sa AIP, ito na po yung preparasyon natin para sa annual budget natin. So, kung meron po tayong mga maragdagang suggestion sa ating local chief executive na pupuntuhan, ito na po yung pagkakataon na mailagay natin yung mga gusto nating isuggest sa kanila. So, naipasa na natin yung mga FM Farm to Market Road 2 weeks ago. Kung may mga programa po kayo gusto sa CDR, sa GAD, sa Children, sa 20% Development Fund, mag-usapan po natin para may submit na at may sama po dito. Kasi pag di natin nasama dito, hindi na natin makahabol. So, next week po itakad po natin. Next item,
Resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Rice Celeste to donate 14 units to Pantoria, 7 octalinas, 4 guitars, 1 baho de lunas to Victoria Elementary School in relation to the implementation of Kanta Minuting, a musical repertoire training workshop on choral and Pangasinan folk songs, singing and rondallion music, a project in partnership with the National Commission for Cultural Arts.
Councilor Abdullah, Chairman of the Commission. Moved by Councilor Abdullah, seconded by Councilor Sison, Councilor Leon, for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Resolution authorizing City Mayor Art Rice Celeste to enter into memorandum of understanding by and among the local government units of Panangin City of Pangasinan, Victoria Elementary School, and Cayucay National High School for the implementation of the Kanta Minuting, a musical repertoire training workshop on choral and Pangasinan folk songs, singing and rondallion music.
Councilor Abdullah. Councilor Abdullah, statement. Moved by Councilor Abdullah, seconded by Councilor Sison, Councilor Leon, for the approval of for the adoption of the said resolution. Any objection? Hearing none, the said resolution is hereby adopted. Next item.
Resolution extending the proposed sympathy of the people of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan, headed by the city officials and employees of the local government unit, Alaminos City, to the family and friends of legal ng mga barangay president Raul D. Bacay, the passing away of his father, Rolando O. Bacay.
This is moved by Councilor Sison, seconded by all for the adoption of the said resolution. Next item.
Resolution extending the profound sympathy of the people of the city of Alaminos, Pangasinan, headed by the city officials and employees of the local government unit Alaminos City, to the family and friends of the late former punong barangay Enrique Biasun Sr., for his untimely demise.
Decision.
If there are no more comments regarding this item, please
It's moved by Councilor Cesar, seconded by all, for the adoption of the sentence. Please use our special paper and concurred by our city mayor. Para kasama natin siya. Next item.
Resolution requesting the Department of Environment and Natural Resources to conduct joint survey on the foreshore and traffic zone at Polo Beach.
Working title. So, ano yung title? Attorney Alfred, ano yung natin requesting the DNR to survey or for a joint survey?
Requesting the DNR, requesting the DNR to direct the engineer area to conduct verification survey, the joint verification survey with the engineer class.
Okay. Yung nasa division lang at saka portion lang. Okay. Resolution requesting the DNR to direct the survey, to direct engineer area, engineer Delano to survey the portion land in the salvage zone of the said property. Of the said area. So, it's removed by Councilor Cesar, seconded by Councilor Rapolo, to the adoption of the said resolution. Any objections? Next item.
Announcement reminders. Advance happy birthday greetings to Councilor Dalia M. De Leon, who will celebrate her birthday on October 11, 2020.
Happy birthday. Saan po tayo? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday, birthday to you. Baka may hipon ka dyan. Okay, happy birthday, kagawad. Any other announcements? Any other announcements po from our council members? Councilor Bernadette?
Mr. Presiding Officer, and if there are no more items to discuss, I move for the adjournment of the other session.
Moved by Councilor Bernadette, seconded by Councilor Rapolo, for the adjournment of today's session. And I'll call this other motion regular session. Maraming salamat po. Pagpili nga tayo ng patient na gano'n at malahati lang. Pwede ba yan? Full? Hindi naman kasi ko kita yun. Ibang dito, ang hirap ang hindi kasi sa full ka na lang.
Parang kay Jenny
Sa mga sasabay, pagpunta kay, okay, kay ex-Camp Diazon at saka kay father ni Congrats pala. Years? Ilan years yun?
Ako lang yung